Welcome, my loves. This is Zin Uru Renee, and you are at Renee in Tune. This is going to be an energy update for my air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So we're going to go ahead and hop right into it. I've already shuffled cards and pulled them. I'm going to also talk about a couple of oracle cards for each sign. We're going to talk about the update for the upcoming week and in regards to money and also relationships. So let's go ahead and hop in. If you have not done so already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you can stay tuned for weekly updates for your sign. You can watch these also if it's your sun sign or rising sign, and maybe even moon sign as well. But I'd say probably go for your rising sign more than anything, because even though the sun is your core, your rising is how you relate to the world more than anything. But anyhow, let's do it. Like, comment, share, all that good jazz. We're gonna start with Gemini, and then we'll go into Libra and Aquarius. Again, we're going to talk about the upcoming week, just the energy update for money and abundance, and also for excuse me, love and relationships. And I pulled an oracle card for each sign as well. So Gemini, are you ready? Let's do it. Things are looking amazing, Gemini. Things are looking really, really, really amazing for you in the next week. It's like you finally reached this place of triumph, this place of victory. There's the Six of Wands here. Expect a lot of success in this week. Some of you are promoting at your workplace. You are getting a higher position, a higher paying position, more responsibility. Some of you are getting a new job this week, and so you'll be stepping into a new position, stepping into a new responsibility, and even making more coins. So much juiciness and spiciness and success. But some of you are going to be diving in and chasing an endeavor. We've got the Emperor here as well. So some of you guys are starting a business, or you are building a business, and this is your main focus. And this week you're really like stepping into your leadership role. You are showing up and showing out. You're thinking head first. You're diving in, and you are finding that you're successful. A lot of Aries energy here. Some of you could have a heavy Aries placement, or prominence, I should say, in your natal chart if you are familiar with it. If not, you can always purchase a natal chart reading from my website at reneeintune.com if you're interested in that. But yeah, if you've not thought about it yet, Gemini, you are definitely like meant to be excuse me, you're meant to be it feels like you're starting to use your throat chakra. Does that make sense? Like you're starting to and this is you are the communicator. Gemini is the communicator. Witty, knowledgeable, swift, there's a lot maybe that you have not been able to express in terms of your career as of late. And I feel like you're finally at this space where you're like ready to dive in and ready to go for it. But you've been building this behind the scenes for some time now. You've just been waiting for that success. Like you've been waiting for that success, for that leveling up to come in. You've been waiting for something to kick off, and I feel like this is your time. The next week, even the next 6 weeks are going to be very fruitful and rewarding for you in your business. A lot of promotional energy, a lot of leveling up energy. Yeah, expect all of that coming your way. And if you are thinking about starting a business, now is the time. Get busy. You've got the bee here. His foot is on, over the bee. That's really like, it's busy energy, but it's also abundant energy, like royal energy. So sit on your throne. I find that many of you are communicators. You are meant to be teaching. You're meant to be sharing information, mentoring, coaching, things of that nature. And I feel like some of you are finally in that space of just going for it and diving in and just, trusting that you have everything that it takes. You could even be starting a podcast or some sort of in-person hosting, maybe DJing or something like that, radio show, somewhere where you're interacting, you're talking to people, you're communicating, you're using your voice. But you're very much a leader. You're someone who trend sets. You're not following any trends. So this is something that you've literally built and handpicked on your own. Even if you are stepping into a position or a promotion, it's like you got into that place of work and you made it your own. You know what I mean? Like you just put your energy all over it and you almost created that position for yourself. If that makes sense, right? You're an asset, basically. So know that about yourself and expect there to be much to celebrate and a lot of rewards coming. Ooh, this is a spicy week. So drop me comments and keep me posted because, yeah, let me know what y'all are doing so I can support you. This is big boss energy, big leadership energy. Now, one thing I can say is that sometimes this requires change. There will be change, a lot of change happening, or there has been a lot of change happening for you. And over this next week, it's kind of, you may feel like it feels uncertain. But Spirit is saying to you that with this sort of shift, change is necessary. And there are times when you can be resistant to that. So work on being in the flow, knowing that things are going to change and they're going to shift because that is what's happening for you, but not to you. So don't get into the energy of holding on to things needing to look the same or needing to be in the same routine. You got to shake things up. You got to, mix it up a little bit. Things will definitely get shaken up, if you know what I mean. So I expect there to be a very, shaken up week, very exciting. There may even be something new that you try. Some of you are finally sharing your work, or you know what I mean. If you're a poet, you're going to a spoken word. You're stepping up in front of people. If you are a speaker of some sort, you're getting up in front of people. Like there could be an event of some sort happening this week that puts you in a position where the light is shining on you, and you are expressing yourself, you're expressing your talent, you are sharing words, and you're communicating with people, connecting with people. So this is fun and exciting energy. I like it. Let's talk about your relationships over the next week. You're focused on yourself. Queen of Swords energy. This is Libra energy. Some of you could be connecting with a Libra, or have like a Libra moon, or a Libra moon, or even rising. But this is the thing. You've been bringing balance to yourself. You've been bringing balance to your life. You want security, you want stability, and you're figuring out how to do that. You're starting to delve into your creativities. Even if you're, working with an employer, you're getting creative. You're getting excited. You're having fun with it. You're starting to make it your own. And I think that's where the comfort is for you. That's where the freedom is for you, is to be able to make it your own. And so this has been your main focus, and relationships are really not. You've been through a heavy road, this 10 of Wands. You carried a lot of burden when it comes to connecting with others. And so you're just kind of on some no nonsense this week. You're just like, listen, I got things to do. I got these things going on. I've got, all this stuff that I'm working on, and I've got all these things that I'm getting ready to present. And I really just don't have time for to be carrying anyone else's burdens that they should be dealing with on their own. And it took you a long time to get to this point. Did it? Did it, my darling? Yes. For so long, you did carry that for so many. But here you are lightening the weight on your heart, and you are allowing yourself to feel like the feather, even maybe attracting feathers to you over the week. If you probably have a lot of ancestral energy around you. You probably have a grandparent communicating with you, whether you can, see them or not. They are in your vicinity this week. I feel like they're supporting you. It could be a grandfather figure for some of you. They're supporting you. They're guiding you along, you know what I mean? Like your energy, you may feel pulled and guided and intuitively called to certain directions, and you definitely have an ancestor there building this relationship with you and on this journey with you. Super dope energy too. This is somebody who's like very stands out. This is somebody who's very who has a big mind, but also enjoys beauty. You know what I mean? So this is someone who is like supporting you in that journey of bringing balance to yourself. But this person, the spirit, this spiritual energy is also helping you to create boundaries. Okay. So this week is all about boundaries, boundary building, focusing on what brings you balance and emotional peace, if you will, so that you can really like focus into your dreams and your endeavors. Because this week is something about to pop off. You guys are getting into something. It's big. Things are definitely picking up. Things are moving. It's exciting, yes. But you're like ready to release the heaviness of carrying other people's burdens. You're dissecting your value system, and you are creating boundaries this week, especially. You're upholding them. You're standing to them. You are not allowing anyone to run your emotions. You are taking control of them yourself, and very, very discerning about who you allow to impact you in that manner. Very no nonsense stuff. Okay, I like it. It's beautiful energy. Let's see your oracle card here. Growth. Okay, a lot of growth. I find that it's been uncomfortable, but it is soon to be revealed to you that it is so rewarding, the growth process that you have been in. You may have lost people, but so many connections. When you step up on that stage or you step in front of that camera, all the connections that are coming to you, man, you will look back and say, man, I don't know what I was ever worried about. And all the fruits I see in you stepping into your leadership, stepping into your power, exercising your throat chakra, and really voicing yourself and communicating and teaching and sharing and engaging with and hosting. These things are going to they're growing. They're growing like wildfire, or wildflowers, I should say. Maybe that's more pretty, right? I don't know. I'm fire, so I like the spice. So this is the thing. I also hear fashion. Some of you are into fashion. 1414 just stood out to me. So you could be seeing angel numbers. If you are, you could be seeing 1414. Look that up and read it, because those messages always have something for you. Yeah, I'm hearing like fashion, film, or the graphic designs, like some kind of design that you're attracted to, some of you. So yeah, enjoy this week, like literally enjoy it, and do not allow anything to come in and overpower your emotions and dictate how it is that you receive this journey this week. Let the heaviness go. Let people deal with their own burdens, because that is not your responsibility. Make sure that you are honoring your own boundaries, because it is, you deserve, it is imperative for you to delve into your power and your leadership and your creativity, and allow change to come in, because there's so much out there for you that maybe you don't always see. A lot of growth happening, a lot of growth happening, a lot of prosperity happening, a lot of success and victory happening over the next week. I mean, over the next, 6 weeks or even 6 months, because this is a sprouting process now, because you've been building for a while. But expect the next week to be at least a huge milestone. Exciting, Gemini. So drop me a comment, share, subscribe, so that you can pop in for the update next week. If you are into poetry, you can check out my two compilations on Amazon. The link will be in the description box. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can find those on my website at reneeintune.com. And if you also are interested in your natal chart interpretation, you can find that on my website as well. I love you so much. We're going to move into Libra. Let's talk about it. Some of y'all might be connected with a Libra and you might be listening in. Okay. I know how that goes. All right, Libra, let's talk about the week to come, the next week. Libra, ooh, interesting. We've got the Queen and King of Cups showing up in regards to your finances and your money, your abundance over the next week. Okay, Libra, what's going on here? I see you. Some of you guys are collaborating with someone. You have clicked with someone so spiritually, and you are collaborating. Some of you are healers, and you're working with a loved one. I just noticed the number 1717 popped out at me. Big number. I see this number all the time. Look that up, the spiritual meaning of it, and see what messages are there for you. Some of you are connected with a Scorpio or Pisces. You could be collaborating. I feel like there's huge collaboration energy here. If you haven't experienced that yet, maybe over the next week, that'll be shown to you. I do feel like you're going to be spark an interest in collaborating with someone in particular. This could very well be, if you're a woman, it's a man. If you're a man, it's a woman. Someone who it's like you have a deeper connection with them. There's a friendship there. There's an energetic, telepathic connection there, even romantic for some of you. But it's like your focus is building in business at the time. And over the next week, you guys are going to really be feeling each other's energy and inspiring the mess out of each other. If you're not collaborating with someone else, these are qualities of you. Like, you are kind of tapping into both your masculine and feminine energy, but this is all about your emotions. Your intuition is leading you and guiding you. You are tapped into it, and you're also taking those emotions, and instead of allowing them to kind of sit in your energy, you are expressing them. You're expressing yourself. So some of you could definitely be writing a lot this week, expressing, sharing poetry, or even just communicating with people in terms of networks, and just flowing, letting it flow and opening. But you also have a nurturing quality to you. So this is not just you networking and connecting and communicating. It's like you are connecting with people on a very personable level. You're super intuitive. You can feel their energy. This connects you on a deeper note. A lot of you are healers. A lot of you could be in the medical field or getting into the medical field. You're moving up in that energy. And if you're in a more spiritual line of work, you could be a healer, Reiki healer, herbalist. You could be in health and wellness, coaching, things of that nature. but you're very much a person to serve, to help service others, in terms of their well-being, their emotional well-being, but even their, health as well. So I find that many of you will be collaborating in those fields over the course of the next week, or you'll be finding that your approach to it is becoming very balanced. You're utilizing all of your gifts, both spiritual and physical, and you're able to express yourself more over the next week. Now I need you to focus on that, because when your emotions are out of whack, you express yourself in a more glitched manner. So this week is about flowing. It's about flow, and knowing that your career is unfolding in your flow, because a lot of your career is your intuition, and it is your internal guidance, and it is the expression of your emotions in a healthy manner. Super, super dope energy. If you are into rituals, I suggest speaking into your water, because you're in a big, strong manifestation energy right now. Some of you guys are definitely collaborating. There's a huge collaboration energy this week. So keep me posted. Drop me a comment, Libra. I want to know what that's about. Now let's talk about your relationships. Completely different energy. We've got the Three of Swords here, so there's a lot of mental stress in connection with the particular relationship. The Ace of Wands is here as well, so I find that you've had like a very spicy, very intimate, passionate connection with someone, but maybe it's more physical than anything else, and so you're stepping into a lot of energetic realms when it comes to your abundance and what you are trying to go after in your goals. And so you may be connecting with someone that be stressing you out. Let's just put it like that. Someone that be stressing you out. Like, this person knows how to, you know what I mean? They know what to do with your body, but they don't necessarily stimulate your mind or bring comfort and flow to your energy. So you want to use your discernment this week. You want to use your discernment. Be open to new connections, not attached to them, but open to them, because I do find that you have the opportunity to collaborate, but you want to allow yourself to get mental stimulation, because that's something that gets you going, Libra. Pull yourself a bit from the energy of those who only know how to please you physically, because this is bringing you mental distress. Your mind needs to be stimulated. You are an air sign. You are a communicator. Your mind enjoys stimulation, especially when it comes to beauty and connection. So this is something that you want to watch out for over the next week. Don't let that physical nature of a connection take over and interfere with all of the creation, the creativity, and the passion that can come out of that connection. Because if you're coming at it from a more spiritual standpoint, and when I say that, I mean, this is not just about the touch, but this is about how the touch can cultivate an energy of creation. Does that make sense? And when you're coming at it from that intention and that approach, then you put yourself in a position where you could definitely be collaborating with someone in big ways. I like it a lot. And you may even find yourself collaborating with someone that you have a romantic connection with in business. Okay, Libra, but don't let it get messy. Okay. This could be a fire sign, but it's very much a lot of Scorpio Pisces energy. Your oracle message here is wisdom. So like I said, speak to your water this week, especially speak intentions into it. You can meditate in the shower. You can just listen to certain music that calms the water in your body, because you are like 70% water. And I feel like that is such a powerful manifestation for you at this period of time. You're tapping into internal wisdom that um, you have. I mean, ideas. I mean, like just a well of creative energy inside of yourself that can come out and manifest in the physical. But you're also using your discernment when it comes to your emotions and your romantic connections, or even your relational connections, your best friends, or your people that you're spending time around over the next week. So you want to tap into your internal wisdom. You want to seek that inner guidance, that inner compass that is inside of you. Like when you get that feeling, that gut feeling, before you even think, that's that feeling I'm talking about. Libra, let me know if this resonates with you. Drop me a comment. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can check out my website at reneeintune.com, and you can purchase on there. If you are interested in a natal chart reading or a birth chart reading, astrology reading, feel free to check out my website as well. Those links will be down below. But Libra, if you're into poetry, you can check out my now 2 poetry compilations that are on Amazon now, and those links will also be down below. Let me know in the comments if this resonates with you, and also hit the subscribe button so that you can come back next week for the update. We're going to talk about whatever's going on after these parts. All right, Libra. Thank you, darling. Much love. We're going to go ahead and dive into my Aquarians. Y'all readings are very quick and to the point. Libra, some of y'all might be connecting even with the Gemini as well. Yeah, you were all up in their reading. But there's definitely a need to respect each other's boundaries, to understand each other's boundaries, to figure out what that is, and to outline that and be able to assertively communicate it. So I feel like that's a message for you as well. All right, so Aquarius, let's talk about it, darling. Let's talk about it. Let's see what's here. Aquarius, so okay. Aquarius, you diving into work, ain't you? Work is where it's at, right? Queen of Pentacles is here, and then we've got the Knight of Swords showing up. So you've got heavy Virgo and Gemini energy around you when it comes to career and finances, money, abundance, flow. Some of you could be stepping into a provider energy. You're taking care of children. But you may have felt burnt out for some time, and so you're now getting into a space of learning how to find a balance with your work-life experience. Some of you are needing to focus on that this week. Create a balance with your work-life experience. Make sure that you are taking care of your people, your children, your family, your dependents, or whoever it is that you provide for, but also your pets, even, because I feel like a lot of you have pets. You Aquarians, y'all got pets, don't y'all? I got little puppies and little kittens and stuff running around. So you could be definitely spending quality time this week with your pets, because that's coming up. And I feel like that's important because you're needing to find a balance of nurturing yourself and taking care of yourself and putting yourself first before you're getting burnt out with work and caring for others. So that's a highlight this week. Make sure that you're balancing your work-life experience. Make sure that you are taking time to nurture yourself. And if you have pets, spend time with your pets and allow that companionship to kind of boost you. They're very good at feeling your energy and at boosting it as well. Also, I'm getting a plant pets as well. Some of you have plants, and if you don't and you've been thinking about it, this is a good time to get you some and cultivate a relationship of talking to them and speaking growth into them, because it's almost as if you're speaking to yourself when you're doing that. And they're very much alive. They hear you, they listen, they flourish. And when you see that in the physical, the result, it does something inside of you. It's like your evidence that what you're doing is, is building. Yeah, that's what's coming up the most for you in the upcoming week in regards to your money flow and your abundance. I'm also getting communicate. The Knight of Swords is here. You're needing to speak up for yourself. Maybe you need to take time off and you need to communicate that. Maybe you need more pay and you need to communicate that. You deserve that. I'm getting, some of you want to teach or mentor. You want to do a research project. You want to step your career up into a new direction or just into a higher field. Go for it. This is the week where it's time to go for it. Knight of Swords is all about that, processing information, learning, communicating it, and just going for it. I like this energy, and that's a part of nurturing yourself too, because you may have things that you do that are the tried and true safe ways of bringing in your income. But I feel like there are some things on the side that you want to do. You have a huge mind, Aquarius, and you're always thinking in progression. Some of you guys want to work in community. You want to work in humanitarian-based organizations or whatnot. And so you may kind of put things to the side that you want to do for yourself that will fulfill you, because you have so many responsibilities and so many people to take care of. But this is the week where you need to focus on you and communicate those things to the people around you and communicate those things to those you are working with, and allow yourself to go ahead and dive into those things that will nurture you, those things that will lift you up, pick you up, and keep you in an energy that, keeps you going, that keeps you ready to work, that keeps you energized. Also delegate is what I'm getting as well too. Delegate to the people in your home where they can pitch in more and where there can be more of a balance between everyone working together. I find that if you do so, you will have cooperation, and that will help you to dive into things that you want to dive into as well. I'm getting bookshelves. Some of you guys may have a library in your home. Spend time in your, reading chair or in your little library next to your bookshelves. This is a week to soak up information, to stimulate your mind, to prepare for something big, because you're going to be either speaking soon or teaching soon or communicating something pretty big, and you want to build up that inspiration within you to do so. Does that make sense? I'm going to show you your oracle card before I go into you talking about your relationships, because it just goes hand in hand. This talks about goals. Beautiful dragon. Yes. This talks about goals and going for your goals, Aquarian. Do not allow, and it's also, the star card for me is synonymous with the star card, and the star card is your card. It's the card of the Aquarius, and look at that huge star. How beautiful is that? It's all about progression and the future. Some of you guys are getting into technology. You're very savvy. You're getting into, solar powered energy. You're very savvy. You're very innovative, and you look forward to the future because you're always thinking about progression. And so this is a good week to really do a lot of research and nurture yourself into having the energy to get ready to go for this goal, because you guys have some goals that you have in mind, some things that you're standing for, some things that you want to fight for, that you want to interject yourself into within the community, and you are very capable of doing that. And like I said, spend some time with your pets and delegate responsibility to those in your household that you care for and provide for, because they can pitch in more and you can have more time to balance your work-life experience. So let's move into talking about your relationships over the next week. What is that looking like? We got a Ten of Swords here, Aquarius. And then we got the Five of Wands. So, maybe you've been battling for some time, And I kind of feel like this goes hand in hand with what we were just talking about in terms of your career. I feel like the battle is because they're either calling you all the time, they need you all the time, and this could be family, friendships, even romantic partners. But I'm getting this is just a general relationships in your life. People are calling you all the time, they need you all the time. When there is a hiccup or a hang up or anything like that, they are bickering with you, they are disagreeing with you. And there are even people who do not understand your mind and how progressive it works, and who may not be able to see the things that you are looking towards down the line. And so they may throw some negative energy on it. So you kind of want to keep your endeavors to yourself. You know what I mean? And I say until you feel the discernment to share. For right now, this is just for you. And I say that because sometimes it's not that people don't want to support you, it's that they don't fathom that vision for themselves. And so if they cannot fathom that for themselves, it's very difficult for them to see what it is that you see. And you're the type of energy that you see the forest as opposed to the tree. And some can't see that far. So if you've been experiencing a lot of like kind of combat or combative energy from those around you, bickering energy from those around you, or even like a little like that, like kind of jealous energy, or feeling like they need to compete with you, it's time. I feel like you've been dealing with that for too long, and it's time for you to now nip that in the bud, to turn a new leaf, to start a fresh energy in your relationships, and also to let those burdens go, because I feel like you've been dealing with this for a long time. It's like you could feel it coming. When you talk to certain individuals, they automatically have something negative to say. Other individuals are requiring too much of you and unwilling to support the things that you have going on. And others just don't understand. They don't get how far you see down the line. So this goes back into your money side of things, because this affects that part of your life a lot, and you are a provider for a lot of people. So you need to find a balance there. And I think that this week it's time to put a lot of things in place and in order, to nip a lot of things in the bud. And like I said before, delegate some stuff. Like, listen, these are the things that I'm doing and I'm going for. And it would be helpful for all of you to share some of these responsibilities. So, I'd like you to help with this. I'd like you to help with that. I'd like you to help with that. And I think that people will be receptive to that. You know what I mean? Come at them assertively. You don't need to go mommy dearest on nobody. But you get what I'm saying. It's time for you to chase some goals. I don't want to say chase, because you ain't chasing nothing. You're attracting. You are the star. But it's time for you to attract some goals that have been on your mind, and that you see progression in down the line, because you're super innovative. So use those parts of yourself and don't allow the heaviness of other people's lack of understanding to keep you stuck or stagnant. Does that make sense? Okay, Aquarius, that was a very clear cut and dry reading. Let me know in the comments if that resonated for you. Hit the subscribe button so that you can stick around for updates next week for your sign, or in the weeks to come for your sign as well. Like the video, share the video. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can find those on my website at reneeandtune.com. If you're interested in a natal chart reading, you can also find that information there as well. And if you're into poetry, you can find the link in the description box. All of the links will be down there, to my now 2 poetry compilations that are on Amazon right now for purchase. So you can check those out if you like. They're both on paperback and Kindle. I love you guys so much, my air signs. I am going to leave you for now, and I will be posting some collective and also pick a card reading. So drop me some suggestions if you like. You all have lots of fun and abundance this week. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, okay?